the first ever year, 2004, the Formula Drift Championship. You could see 16 battles overall going against each other, and Vaughn just besting Chris 9 compared to 7. And you know, truth be told, I know Vaughn was working on his vehicle late last night, and then Chris Forsberg actually swapping engines last night. So they were out. Both of the teams were doing some late night after hours working on their vehicles. So Forsberg will lead. Chris qualified 12th compared to Vaughn Gittin Jr. qualifying 21st. All right, so again, Forsberg will lead. Vaughn Gittin Jr. will give chase. Let's see what we got from these two veterans. Always a crowd favorite. Both these guys. Again, Forsberg versus Gittin. And away they go. Here we go. Forsberg and Gittin here at Top 32. And all right, so let's take a look here. Don't know exactly what happened. Oh, looks like Forsberg did hit a cone. Oh.
Yeah, he hit a cone. It didn't fall over, but it fell out of the box. We talked about this explicitly in the drivers' meeting too, is if you get a restart, don't slam on the brakes. But now we've got a little bit of damage here to Gittin's car, so obviously he's not going to be at fault for that. Hopefully it's just cosmetic, and it will be a strike for Chris Forsberg.
All right, looks like they're going to assure that it's just cosmetic, nothing major. So again, this is a strike against Forsberg. He did hit a cone, and there is a restart light that's placed right before entry. There's actually two. So here's a replay of it. You see Forsberg hit that cone, lights hit. Forsberg, I think he just slowed down tremendously.
Yeah, I mean, both guys are coming out of the gate really fast, and the chase driver in particular is trying to not let that lead car get too far out ahead of him. So when we have the light go off like that, it's beneficial to both parties just to try to make sure you can avoid each other. And there it is again. You see if it gets knocked out of the box, that's where the restart comes into play. But now that we've got a collision out on course, it's going to mean some touch-up work here for Gittin and his team. It looks like they've got hands on the vehicle.
Yeah, and I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think they're going to get penalized for getting hands on the vehicle. No competition timeout needed, just some random contact.
Yeah, no, they won't get penalized. They won't have to use their competition timeout. If this was actually in competition, this would be fault to Chris Forsberg. But obviously, because that run is not being judged, they're just going to be able to make sure that the vehicle is functioning properly, and no harm, no foul, except for the strike going to Chris.
All right, so there is the contact, and it looks like they just ended up taking the bumper off. And we have yet to see a battle here.
Sounds like Vaughn's car's fine. We're just gonna run it.
Okay, so
Restart. It's a strike on Chris, right? Yes, a strike on Chris.
all right, Ryan, looks like Vaughn's ready to go, just sans that front bumper, and I can overhear you talking with our officials, and basically, go ahead.
Yeah, they just wanted to let us know what was going on with Vaughn and his team, checking out the vehicle. Like we said, it is confirmed that it's a strike against Chris, which is, he's got 3 of those, so that's not going to be too big of a deal. There's not anything other than cosmetic damage to Vaughn's car. He's good to go. He's agreed. And so we're going to run the pair and restart the battle.
All right. We got Lontaine on the mic over here, too. What's up?
It's interesting that this is the first time this has ever happened. We talk about it in a
Right.
driver's meeting. I kind of joke about it, like, hey guys, don't slam into each other when the light goes off, and it actually happened. So first time for everything, right here it happened.
And it looked like they were checking out the back end of Chris Forsberg's vehicle, and that was just a quick assessment, and looks like they are ready to run. Let's go and send them. So again, let's get this battle going here. Nexen Tire, top 32, Chris Forsberg, NOS Energy Drink, Nissan 370Z on Nexen Tires, Vaughn Gittin Jr., the Monster Energy, Nitto Tire, Ford Performance, Mustang RTR. Here we go. 4 championships between the two of these guys. Who's going to come out on top? We got a clean start. Chris Forsberg initiates into the bank. Vaughn Gittin Jr. dropping down a little bit there as Forsberg brings it down into that first front clip. Forsberg about the second hash mark. Now getting out to that second outer zone. Forsberg and Gittin, the first portion of this battle.
Well, Jared, we've definitely seen a lot of work in the offseason that Chris has done to this vehicle. You can see it's running pretty strong here. He's nice and high on the bank. Vaughn down just a little bit lower here, now trying to close the door. Brings the gap in a little bit closer here, but then some separation coming through this center section. Chris on that second hash mark of that inside clip. Vaughn about a 2-3 car lengths back, and then closing it there towards the finish line. So you've seen run 1, run 2 up next with Vaughn in the lead position.
Like, look at the tow truck, run past it. Keep going. Kevin said Vaughn's guys seem to be fine. I think we're okay.
All right, so a little bit of debris out there on the course, so pick that up really quick. Go, Larry, go. Here's the second half of this battle. Who's going to come out on top? Where are my Vaughn Gittin Jr. fans at? Make some noise. Where are my Chris Forsberg fans at? Make some noise. Where are my drifting fans at? Make some noise. Here we go. Vaughn Gittin Jr., Chris Forsberg. Vaughn initiates. 3-wheel motion in effect. Forsberg massaging his vehicle to get to the door of Vaughn Gittin Jr. Looks like Forsberg, a little correction there in that chase position. Vaughn, whoa, gets all the way out to that second outer zone. Forsberg right there in tow. Make some noise for Vaughn Gittin Jr. and Chris Forsberg. Ryan, break it down.
Well, interesting battle here, Jared. Overall, let's take a look at the second half of this run with Vaughn in the lead position. Chris cutting behind there, both initiating at the same time. You can see Chris doing a great job trying to keep close but stay on the same line as Vaughn. Vaughn through this inside section, nice job there. Chris losing a little bit of angle compared to Vaughn during that section, but you can see Vaughn actually going up off course with that right rear wheel. And then again here, Chris keeping proximity there towards the end. So you've seen run 1 and 2, and now it's in the judges' hands. Interesting battle the way it started, and solid competition here between these two champions.
All right, so the two drivers await. As you said, Vaughn Gittin Jr., former champion. Chris Forsberg, former 3-time champion. All right, so the scores are in. Slide them left for Vaughn, slide them right for Chris. Ryan says Chris Forsberg, Andy, and Brian. Chris Forsberg gets the win. Forsberg gets the win. So congratulations to Forsberg. Unfortunately, Vaughn Gittin Jr. knocked out